I ask unanimous consent to set aside the pending amendment and call up McCain Amendment 956, and I ask unanimous consent to dispense with the reading of the amendment.
I object.
Is there objection?
I object.
Objection is heard.
Yeah, reserving the right to object, and I have some difficulty with the Senator's amendment that he wants to discuss, but until I've been trying to get a vote on amendment number 1113 that one of the members from the other side is holding up on flood insurance. So until we get things worked out, I hope the Senator from Arizona will appreciate the predicament that we're in. I'm happy for the Senator to discuss his amendment, but to call up an amendment to have any kind of vote on the amendment, I would have to object.
Objection is heard.
Mr. President, I appreciate the Senator from Louisiana allowing me to discuss my amendment. I think I'll do that at another time, although I'm deeply appreciative. I like the statement included in the record, and I would just like to say the distinguished managers of the bill, we really are. There are a number of amendments. My colleague from Oklahoma has them, and it's going to be regrettable if we're not able to take up and address these amendments. And it's not really what we had agreed to when we took up the bill. But so I hope that there'll be another opportunity. I yield the floor.
Mr. President.
Without objection, the statement will be placed in the record.
Mr. President, may I
Senator from Louisiana.
Speak for just 5 minutes? I don't know if there's any rule on the floor. Ask unanimous consent. Mr. President, I did not like at all objecting to Senator McCain's amendment, but I'm compelled to because I've been literally trying for several weeks now, not just on this bill, but on a previous bill, to get a vote, just a vote. I'll even take a 60-vote threshold. I'm not asking for a 53-vote threshold. I'm asking for a 60 vote. I will accept a 60-vote threshold on amendment that would make it clear that we could grandfather in flood insurance rates until an affordability study that was supposed to be done is done. Now, the interesting thing about this is that my amendment has no score. It doesn't cost the federal government anything if this amendment were to pass. It's a 0 score. It simply delays for 3 years a certain category of flood insurance premiums until an affordability study can be conducted, with 0 score. Unfortunately, the Senator from Pennsylvania, to my knowledge, is still holding up this amendment. So I know that there are other Republicans that would like to offer amendments, but I am going to object to the offering or voting on any Republican amendments until the Senator from Pennsylvania allows me to have a vote on my amendment. Now, I hate to be here because I don't like being in this position, but I have no choice because I can't even get the Republicans to vote on the flood insurance amendment. They could vote no. The amendment may not pass. I think I have the 60 votes to pass it. I would hope. We've explained it. It's important not just to Louisiana, to New York, to California, to New Jersey. Even West Virginia has some issues. And please understand, because I know I have a lot of respect for Senator Colbert. He and I work together on Homeland Security. I know this program has to be self-sustaining over time. No one depends on it more to be self-sustaining than people in Florida and Louisiana and California. But there's a right way to get it self-sustaining, and there's a way that's going to blow up the dreams of people that built their homes according to official flood maps, that did everything they were supposed to do under the official flood maps. And then when those maps change, their rates then can go up 25% compounded for the next 5 years. Not only pricing them out of the market, makes their homes unsellable and affects community banks in these communities. This is not just a Louisiana issue. I'm proud that I advocate so much for my state that when people come here, they say, when they see me, oh, there she goes again, advocating for Louisiana. I wear that as a badge of honor. But let me be clear. My state has the 32 lowest kind of rate of insurance on these claims. I'm not even in the top 3. This is affecting states, and I read them out earlier. Let me just say for the record The top 10 states affected are Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Vermont, New York, Maine, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Alaska, New Hampshire, Illinois, Michigan, West Virginia, Missouri, Indiana, Iowa, California, and Ohio. These are the states with the highest premiums now, and they could double or triple, actually almost triple, in the next 5 years. Now, maybe some of these rates need to go up. Some, interestingly, when the recalculations are done, some of the rates around the country will go down. I am not disagreeing with that. What I'm disagreeing with is the rapid rate in which it's going to happen, and it's going to have catastrophic, in my view, effects on many communities. Not all, but many, and I happen to represent some of those that it will. So my realtors have asked me to stand up for this. My home builders have called concern. My community bankers are very, very concerned about this. So I want to just thank the senator from Michigan and the senator from Mississippi. I know they're doing their very best job to move this bill forward. I think they've been quite fair, giving people on both sides an opportunity for amendments. I've been very patient. I have not objected to many amendments. Even the irony of this is, Mr. President, even Representative Toomey's amendment, my friend from Pennsylvania, who was going to end a program that was vitally important to my state, I even allowed him to have a vote on that. I mean, a terrible amendment for Louisiana. Now, we were happy we beat the amendment, but I even allowed him to have a debate. I could have stopped it. I'm one senator here. One senator can stop anything. But I'm not trying to stop. I'm just trying to advance a vote on flood insurance. So I would ask the senators, Senator Colburn and Senator McCain, maybe they could be more convincing to their colleague from Pennsylvania than I've been able to be. But I just have to say for the record, and if I have to stay on the floor until the end of the week, I'll have to stay here. But I'm going to object to any Republican amendment until we get an amendment on a vote on the Landrieu, Vitter et al., Schumer, Gillibrand, Menendez, and our good friend Senator Lautenberg, who just passed, was also a supporter of this. And I'd like to keep his name on it if I could. So anyway, I yield the floor, and I'm very sorry to my colleague from Oklahoma.